teacher at school. What do you like to do at home? Why?
That's a very good question. When I get home, my very first job is to take my dog for a walk. So I play with my dog, I feed my dog, and I go for a walk. And why do I like it? Because I love my dog, and she's awfully fun. And she finally gets to leave the house, right? When I'm gone, she's there during the day. So she likes the fresh air. And she's a dog about this big. Her name is Arizona.
What is your favorite sport? Why?
That's a good question. My favorite sport is tennis. And I think because I learned a little while ago and I found I was good at it. And I think when you're good at something, you keep repeating it. So I found I wasn't too bad at tennis, and it was fun. I always had a partner, and I could run around, but not too much. And the weather was nice when you play tennis. You can play outside.
Where were you born? When is your birthday?
Lots of questions. I was born in Toronto, Ontario, right on Avenue Road, I guess University, at Mount Sinai Hospital. And my birthday is August 4th, so I have a summer birthday. And I'm part of the Leo group. They have Leo the lion. And I sometimes have friends, and I always say, oh, you were born in August too, because I like getting around with Leo the lion people. And your last question was, how old am I? I can tell you that. I think, and I just found out because I was talking to your teacher, I am 57, and I'm going on 58, and I think I'm older than all your parents. How's that?
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is ice cream, because my birthday's in the summer, and when it's hot, I feel super happy eating ice cream because it keeps me cool in the summer. And my favorite kind is Moose Tracks.
What was your favorite toy when you were a child? Why did you like it?
My favorite toy when I was young was a doll named Raggedy Andy. And it was stories I read, and she was cute, and she had long legs, and I could flop around, and she was cute, and I used to talk to her. And she used to talk to me, but I don't think anyone else could hear her talk, but I heard her.
What is your favorite children's book? Why is it your favorite?
My favorite children's book is Winnie the Pooh, because I love all the Winnie Pooh stories. My favorite being the one when it's Eeyore's birthday, and he has a cloud over his head, and they give him a present. But the balloon gets broken, the jar of honey gets eaten, and he makes a bad day into good. He said, I really like my present. The broken balloon can go in the empty jar that used to have honey, and it comes out, and it's a very useful pot. My very favorite story ever. So if you haven't read it, you should.
If you had $1 million, what would you do? Why?
Well, it'd be a hard thing to have all those millions of dollars. It'd be very nice. I'd like to think that all my favorite people in the world could share it, so that if I had something to do, that they could do it with me. So I'd probably break it up into many, many pieces, and then maybe we'd all go out and have an ice cream, which is my favorite ice cream. So you think 1 million people could all sit together and have some Moose Tracks ice cream? I think that'd be pretty fun.
What was your favorite thing to learn at school? Why?
My favorite thing at school used to be spelling. And same thing, I think if you're good at things, you like doing it. So it was the Monday spelling test. I used to say, yes, I'm going to get perfect. And I used to spell, and I tried to do perfect. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but when I was little, I liked spelling.
Why did you become a teacher?
Well, it was just a surprise. I never wanted to be a teacher. My whole family's in teaching, and you know how sometimes your mom and dad talk about teaching. My parents were teachers. I said, well, I never want to be a teacher. I want to do something different. But then, I think it sort of sinks in. Maybe it's not such a bad idea. And then I actually went to school, and then I started my first class, and I said, I never not want to be a teacher. So I think I did the right thing. I just sort of ended up doing it. Sometimes you surprise yourself. What I was sure I did not want to do, I ended up doing. So it can surprise you if you try.
What do you like about your job? Why?
My favorite thing about the job is meeting all the kids, because I think you're all pretty fun and funny. I'd say every day I smile and I laugh because someone says something funny or cheers me up or says something sort of interesting. So I'm always interested in to hear what everyone says. So I think that's it. I'm lucky.
What don't you like about your job? Why?
What don't I like about my job? think sometimes recess, putting on my boots and going into the snow. Because you guys are running around having fun. The teachers are sort of walking through the snow and saying, stop that, do that. We can chat, but then if there's trouble, you're right in the middle of an exciting conversation. What's going on? So you have to trudge through. So I think recess in the winter, when I got to tell kids, come on, behave. That might be my least favorite part.
What is your favorite song? Why?
My favorite song? Oh, that I'd have to think. I mean, I don't know. I sing a lot of songs and I hum a lot of songs. Usually my favorite song is sort of the last one I've heard. So if I hear one on the radio, then I sing that for the day. And everyone's saying, stop singing that song, but I need a new song to have a new favorite song. So I would say most songs are my favorite songs. Whatever I last heard seems to be the last favorite.
Thanks for being on our show.
And thank you for having me. I'm happy to see you all. I don't know all your names, but I certainly see you all every day. So thank you for interviewing me. And thank you to our great interviewers.
Join us next time for another interview on the Room to Other interview show.